What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Today we have a video based around a newly reformed Zach Wilson. So before we get into this video, I want to clear up some things. Right, he's an 85 overall. He'll have to work for his depth traits though. But I basically boosted everything up and to give him the potential of like a Patrick Mahomes sort of player. He should be like an improviser, or he's a really good everything, right? So very well rounded, and I gave him some boosts. Obviously, he's an 85 overall. He was a 73 before, I believe, and he's going to take a second year jump. Basically, is what I hope to see. And we have Brees Hall here. It's we're gonna restart the season pretty much, and so they won't have guys like James Robinson, and that's pretty much it. So yeah, it's not like a career simulation. It's kind of just to see how big of an impact the Jets would have if Zach Wilson really stepped up his game. So if it's kind of like a simulation of, I hit the mic. If Zach Wilson was really good, that's basically what this video is. But I said if he's like Patrick Mahomes, so should be fun to see. Let's go to midseason and see how we do with these New York Jets playbooks as well, because we might have to change them up in the future. And yeah, I won't do like a career sim. This will just be like an immediate impact. Like maybe first 5 years, we'll see what sort of impact Zach Wilson has. I don't expect this to be like an hour and a half long video and me sitting here for literally 2.5 hours recording this. But we'll see what sort of impact that Zach Wilson can have right away if he was super good. And I have juiced his statistics up, or not statistics, his ratings up, and look at him throwing the ball like crazy. 7 interceptions, still not what you like to see, but still throwing the ball really well. Brees Hall running the ball for nearly 4 carry, it's okay, and Elijah Moore is getting used how he should be. People, I mean, Elijah Moore just needed to be, or needs to be used, I guess, still in New York, since he didn't end up getting traded at the deadline. But God, you've got to find a way to keep him going. But we are 4-3. I think that we can safely sim to the playoffs and see what sort of season we can end up with. And wow, we finished at 11-6. So basically, what I've come out of what I've gotten out of this video so far is that if Zach Wilson was like Mormon Mahomes, then we'd be chilling. Brees Hall rushed for 1,000 yards in his rookie season. Zach Wilson, 13 interceptions isn't great, but whatever. 16 touchdowns, very good stuff. Michael Carter running the ball fine too. But Brees Hall, developing nicely early. Braxton Berrios went over 1,000. Elijah Moore nearly 1,000. C.J. Uzomah being used. Michael Carter, Garrett Wilson. So fun to see, fun stuff right there. We can go here and upgrade players before we go ahead and sim each week through the playoffs, and hopefully we can beat this 10-7 Chargers team. I guess we'll see if we can. And we see now we do win 28-21. Now we have the Baltimore Ravens standing in front of us, and Zach Wilson won Player of the Week with 18-27, very little completions, 261 yards and 3 touchdowns. Sacked 3 times though, so could see a better lineman. Maybe lineman should be a focus for this team right here. But so I have to do that so it doesn't like go on and pick a draft class that we've seen before. So we won't upgrade players. That's fine. Just next week, see if we can beat this Baltimore Ravens team. And we do. It'll be 35-14. So could we see we're in the AFC finals right now. So should be fun to see. But what I think that we could do at the Pro Bowl as well, we'll look and see if any of our players made it. But we have to get past this New England team that has struggled, or that we have struggled to beat. Zach Wilson has never beat them before. Maybe in this simulation so far this season, but we just beat him in the playoffs, and we're in the Super Bowl year 1 with Zach Wilson at quarterback. Obviously, he's really good, but if Zach Wilson started to play really well, this is the sort of result we could see in real life. Obviously, not, quite, but Brees Hall, was the player of the week, and Sauce Gardner had an interception and 5 tackles. So that's interesting. View weekly awards. We just did that. Let's go ahead and look at the Pro Bowl roster, as I almost forgot there. Do we have our foot in the door? We don't. Mac Jones makes it over us, so that's kind of ridiculous. Running backs, though, don't make it. Any of us don't make it. Any wide receivers, tight ends, nothing. Left tackles, I don't see anybody. Right guard, not my deal. Did we get like even Quinnen Williams in there? Doesn't look like it. Yeah, not great stuff there. Sauce Gardner maybe made it? No. Trent McDuffie's insane, I guess. Juan Thornhill, Jonathan Abram. Yeah, I don't know. Sucks to suck for us, I guess, but we'll go ahead and see if the New York Jets can go on to win the Super Bowl. Because, I mean, first year that we juiced up Zach Wilson, they go to the Super Bowl. Should be fun to simulate and see. I'm not going to jump in or plan or anything, considering we have more seasons to go than this. But we lose 28-0, but we still made the Super Bowl. That's something you got to look at. We still made the Super Bowl. Garrett Wilson's up to a 79 overall after his rookie season. And we'll go ahead and him to next season and see how much the team has changed. And it looks like the offense got a little bit better. It jumped over like a couple of overalls. See what sort of thing has changed. We brought in Jaron Christian Sr. and we have a tackle. Dawson Knox is here. That's pretty cool. We have 3 very good tight ends. Elijah Moore is here. Mecole Hardman was brought in. Breece Hall has superstar dev. And yeah, Zach Wilson's still Chad. Still a Chad. CJ Mosley, superstar dev now. Jermaine Johnson's not anywhere really. So that's cool. Yeah, I mean, like, there's nothing really here that is too major, but Sauce Gardner will move him to the corner 1 spot and see how he does there. It's not a bad team, but we'll see what we can do by the mid-season mark, and we'll see how Zach Wilson and this Jets team is doing. We start off 5-1 with a really good start, and Zach Wilson. It's despite Zach Wilson's yardage. Oh my God, that is horrible. Throwing just 3 interceptions. 15 touchdowns is pretty good, though. Breece Hall well on pace for over 1,000. So, Breece Hall averaging nearly 5 per carry is crazy. And we'll see him develop as time goes on. Dawson Knox getting some work. Elijah Moore, Mecole Hardman, Garrett Wilson, Corey Davis is here. Too many good receivers. I think that's what's going on here. In tackles, obviously got a few guys here. Sacks, not as much as you'd hope. And then interceptions, there's a few going around. Sauce Gardner has 1. Yeah, he's been locked down in real life, though. He's been really impressive and forcing a fumble, too. He plays really physically once someone has caught the ball. So, I mean, pretty cool. Go to the playoffs now. I'm almost sure we'll make them, but I want to knock on wood real quick and see if we can get into the playoffs and see how good Zach Wilson made his season. We did, but we kind of fell off at the last end there of the whole season there. Zach Wilson took a major step back. Wow, he really sucked. Not what you want to see from Mormon Mahomes. And Breece Hall almost goes for 1,400, I guess. Not almost, but I mean, he goes for 1,300 yards, which is really good. 7 rushing touchdowns, 4.5 yards per carry. Mecole Hardman nearly 1,000 yards on the season. Dawson Knox has a good tight end season. Elijah Moore was all right in his role. Nothing too crazy. I won't even bother looking at the defense. Just kind of what the offense did. And yeah, hopefully this playoff time can be different from the back end of that season, as we sucked. I guess as this New York Jets team sucked. We're going to try to move on to the next round, try to move past this competitive Buffalo Bills team, and we can't. And we'll see how much the team has changed here in the next season. No center, Mecole Hardman here, and obviously Breece Hall developing really well. Zach Wilson down. Was he an 85 or an 87 overall? I can't remember, but I don't know why I'm struggling, but I think he might have been an 85 now. As an 86. He should not be regressing. Elijah Moore, Garrett Wilson here as well. And looks like we have no Corey Davis left. So, pretty good stuff. Breece Hall, developing into a really solid player for this offense, no doubt. And then this free safety, superstar dev, like to see that. Sauce Gardner, looks like we didn't get back Bryce Hall. Carl Lawson off of one edge. Quinton Williams drafted that guy, whoever you need. And Franklin Myers is getting paid way too much. So hopefully we can just let him go in free agency. Hopefully they don't sign him back. And Jermaine Johnson can probably take over that role before no time. Then, yeah, we should see a very solid Breece Hall season again. And then with Garrett Wilson in the slot and the number 3 receiver, we might see some good production out of him if the tight end doesn't take a really big step up. But we'll go to the midseason mark, see what these numbers are looking like. All right, one horrible start to a season. We were 2-5. What's that about? I couldn't tell you. I really couldn't. But upgrading players now. Who do we have here? Nobody that looks important, but there could have been some guys down the board. You never know. And then we'll look at the stats now. Starting 2-5 is not a good look on the season, and Zach Wilson is playing horribly. I don't know what to tell you. I think this might be time for a playbook switch, even though Breece Hall is running the ball so well. Garrett Wilson as well. He's, like I said, he's stepping up into a bigger role. Mecole Hardman here. I think that it is time for a playbook switch. I just don't know what else I really could do about it. I mean, this seems to be the only way. Well, this isn't what you like to see, especially this whole division. Holy shit, look at the bottom of your screen right next to my face cam, right? Oh god, right there. Yeah, okay. Bills 9-8, Dolphins 6-11, Patriots 6-11, Jets 6-11. We sucked as a division. We're the new NFC East. Oh my god, we're bad, but we have next season to look forward to. Well, actually, let's look at some statistics here. See what happened. Make this team horrible. Zach Wilson, 4,000 yards. Not good. 31 touchdowns. Not good. 16 interceptions. Really not good. Patrick Bush was pretty good when he was on the field. And then Breece Hall ran for 1,400 yards on almost 5 per carry, 14 touchdowns, and Michael Carter still had 5 touchdowns as well, so that's good to see. Garrett Wilson, nearly 1,000. Dawson Knox, also nearly 1,000. Elijah Moore, good. Mecole Hardman was all right. And Breece Hall was exceptional out of the backfield. Maybe we might see his depth trait go up. And this team looks a bit different. Zach Wilson's up to an 87 overall. And they actually have a pretty good backup right here in Bush. But did draft someone else as Michael Carter is no longer here. And Breece Hall is still just developing. We didn't see his depth trait go up. But Dawson Knox here. And then we lost Conklin and Uzama. Bring in Mabry. And then Jeremy Rucker is here still. So good stuff here, but Garrett Wilson, Elijah Moore, and Mecole Hardman I still expect to be the guys. And Quinton Williams up to superstar X Factor. Sauce Gardner up to superstar. This guy, he can't be here forever. And Woodard might be better than Whitehead here soon. So a lot going on here on this team. And we'll see if it helps or if it messes up our team chemistry at the midseason mark. We actually do start off 4-3. Much better than last season. This might be my last season simming here for this New York Jets team. It's 2025. I'm going to go see what sort of money Zach Wilson's making. So he is on a new deal, and he's making damn near 40 mil at the end of his contract. So 35 million per year, probably 37 on average. So that's fun to see, but he's not that good, so he doesn't deserve that. As you guys see, he's good at throwing touchdowns. His yardage is not that great and throws quite a bit of interceptions. But Breece Hall, midseason mark, 4.4 per carry is a little bit of a downfall. Only 1 touchdown and 606 yards is still pretty good, though. Dawson Knox, our leading receiver at tight end. Pretty cool. Elijah Moore leads our team in touchdowns, though. And then let's look how this defense is doing just here at the midway mark. Carl Lawson has 7 TFLs, 20 tackles. And then sack-wise, Quinton Williams leads the team. And CJ Mosley still getting the job done. And then you bring in, I'm not even going to say that, Hudson. And, we'll go to the playoffs, see what record we'll do at the playoff time, at the playoff mark, see if we can beat the Bills out for number 1 in the division. I highly doubt we can do that, but we'll try. And we finished 7-10, and we don't make the playoffs. So, it was an interesting video. We got to experiment with Zach Wilson and what he might do with the New York Jets if he was really good. And, I mean, if you guys would like me to keep going with this video and maybe do his whole career simulation if he was this good, go ahead, tell me in the comments below. I'll keep this franchise around in my files just for fun, I guess. But yeah, that'll do it for me. If you guys did enjoy the video, make sure to leave a like on it. And if you guys also are not subscribed, why not? Subscribe. It's completely free. You can unsubscribe anytime. It's completely free, like I said. And all you need is a Google or YouTube account, and you'll be fine. That'll do it for me. Thank you guys for watching. And anything else I need to say? I don't think so. So I'll see you guys later. See you guys next time.